What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a peek at the 2023 spring lookbook for Palace. So if you guys are new to the channel, if you could hit that like and subscribe for me, it would help me out a lot. And if we do hit 1,000 subscribers before March 26th, I will be giving away either a Supreme or a Palace item, so make sure to tell a friend because that date is approaching pretty quickly. But anyways, this video is not going to be covering the whole collection because there are so many pieces. I will have a link in the description though if you guys want to go check out the full lookbook. But with that being said, I am just going to touch on some of my favorite pieces from the lookbook, or at least initially. I'm sure my favorite pieces will change over time, and there are a lot of cool pieces that I didn't mention, so yeah, keep that in mind when you're watching this. But starting off here, we have a varsity jacket, and I think there's been a lot of fire varsity jackets here recently, which I typically don't really like them, but when they're done right, I feel like they're hard to not like. And I think this one was done pretty well. I think it's just like a nice fun take on a bomber jacket. So we've got the Palace branding there on the left sleeve, then we've got multiple patches there on the right sleeve, and then here on the chest we have the angels and demons kind of thing going on, and then we've got some scripture and then some praying hands. So I'm not sure if this jacket is real leather. If it is, it's gonna be a lot more expensive than if it's not, obviously, so that will be a big determinant in the price point of this jacket. But regardless, even if it is a faux leather, I think it looks really nice, and based on these images I would kind of expect it to be a real leather. So moving on, we have this racing style jacket, and I thought this one was just really cool. I'm not sure if there's okay, so there are other colorways. I hadn't seen that yet, but the text here is super cool. Just the branding throughout the jacket is done really nicely, and this one just looks really pleasant. I do think the pink one is the best one just because it's so out there, but I do think all the colorways of this are pretty solid. So yeah, they did a great job with both of these jackets starting off, because neither one of these are style of jackets that I would really be into, and I really like both of these. Here we have a work jacket, and I like work jackets a lot of the times. Like, I like the way that they look. I just don't really love the way that they don't have a hood. I love stuff with hoods, so yeah, that is very biased in my opinion. But for a work jacket, I think this is really nice. I think work jackets look really cool, like I said, but yeah, a lot of times I don't end up wearing them, which I think I'm missing out on a lot of fire garments that way. I have this like snakeskin Levi's Supreme jacket that I like barely ever wear because it doesn't have a hood, which I could easily just wear a sweatshirt under it, but I don't know, I never think to wear it like that for some reason. But it's a super fire jacket, so maybe this year I'll work some work jackets into my wardrobe and actually start to wear them. But the reason why this one is so cool is just because the artwork on the back, it's got that like Japanese inspired art, which I think was done really well here. We've got the mountains and then the branding and the reflection in the water of the mountains, so just really cool details. The like hand paint type of look here is really cool. And I don't know if okay, so we do have other jackets or other colors in this jacket, so I think the black one is probably gonna be my favorite, which is typical, but I do think that green and blue are pretty nice for that artwork on the back. So yeah, thought these were really solid, and I do like that the collar is a different color than the rest of the jacket. I feel like that was just a nice touch. Next we have a cardigan. I feel like Palace kind of always does cardigans pretty well, and this is just like typical Argyle one. I think the color selection here is really nice. I like this little Palace patch there on the like kind of down by the left waist and pocket. I feel like that was just a nice detail. It looks really clean, and yeah, I just really like these colors. And I don't like this purple and blue colorway as much as the first one, but I still think it's pretty good. So if I were to pick one, it would definitely be this orange one, or red. It's kind of hard to tell, and I feel like that's like it says orange here, but it's a very burnt orange or a very dark red orange. So yeah, I don't know, this one's pretty cool. And like I said, Palace just always kind of knows what they're doing when it comes to cardigans, it seems like. Here we have the downtown shirt, and yes, this is really loud, especially if you know me. I don't really love all over print shirts, but I feel like this one was executed pretty well. I probably wouldn't buy it though, because there are a jean version of these of the same design. There's a jean version of the same design, and I think these jeans hit a little bit harder than the top. I feel like all over print pants just usually work a little bit better than all over print tops. I feel like a lot of times it's easier to get away when you're wearing louder pants than it is a louder top. It can just be harder to match stuff with this. So yeah, I thought both of these were pretty cool though. I really like the artwork. I really like that like cityscape, that like Chinatown type of look. Here we have some chain script jeans. These are sick. Definitely one of my favorite items from the lookbook so far. Gives you like old bait vibes or whatever. I really like jeans and like sweatpants with stuff just written on the crotch, whether it be on the front or the back, like kind of on your butt. So yeah, I thought these were pretty cool. I really like the yellow text. I feel like it just really pops. And I hadn't seen the other colorway, so we do have a lighter wash with a white palace. I think I like the raw denim with the yellow a little bit more. And then we've got a white one with the orange text. I thought these ones were pretty cool too. So yeah, I really like these. I'm not sure. I'm kind of torn between the raw denim with the yellow text and the white denim with the orange text. I feel like the raw denim is a much more of a classic look, but I think these ones are also really nice. So yeah, very likely that I would pick up a pair of these, to be honest. Then we have another collaboration with Adidas, which is cool to see. You love to see them collaborating with Adidas every year, but these are just pretty basic joggers. As you guys can see here, very minimal branding. I don't think there's anything going on the back. I think we just got, yeah, the 3 stripes. We've got the Tri-Ferg logo. We have the, it's escaping me what that Adidas logo is called, but yeah, I do like that Adidas, the trefoil logo. I could not think of it to save my life. So we've got some Tri-Ferg, some trefoil, all that going on. But yeah, those white ones were really clean. And it does look like the stripes are almost like gray. So I'm not sure. I don't think they're reflective, or else they would have showed that in some of the images. But then we have this green colorway here. And I think the green is all right. I don't know. It's not as cool as the black and white ones or the white and black ones to me, but I don't think that colorway is bad either. Here we have what is a very polarizing jacket, I feel like. So it's kind of like a vest sewn into a hoodie. And yeah, I really like the way that it looks. It does kind of look like you can unzip this part off, which I don't know, because it looks like it's like sewn in there. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to see this like on somebody. It does, yeah, so it looks like you can just unzip that, and then there's more pockets and stuff underneath it, but I don't think you can actually take that vest part off, which I think would have been a cool touch. But I really like this like cream, or yeah, creamy-ish, beige-ish color, whatever you want to call that. And then we have a green colorway as well. I think that's it. There might, oh, there was a black one too. So yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool if those zipped all the way off. I feel like it's kind of weird to make them zip all the way up. It is nice to have more pockets underneath that pouch. And given the just build of this sweatshirt, I feel like it's going to keep you pretty warm. And I feel like those flaps are going to give you a lot of insulation. So I thought this looked pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty functional. And yeah, I thought it was just a nice, unique piece. Here we have what is not a very unique piece, actually. I thought this one was just really clean, but it's obviously super basic. So as you guys can see here, it just has that kind of collegiate, whatever you want to call it, font across. It just says Palace with the outlines of the letters. So I do think this is a print. I don't think this is embroidery. Would be cooler if it was embroidery, but I think these are really clean. I think the navy one is the cleanest, but I think the black one is super clean too. The orange one for some reason wasn't really doing it for me. I feel like it doesn't really have that like collegiate vibe, where as like the heather gray, the white, and the black all do. So I like more of that classic look when it comes to these. So yeah, overall, pretty solid piece. Here we have what was the only t-shirt that I picked out, but there was some other cool t-shirts. I feel like Palace has a pretty good feel of what they're doing when it comes to graphic design. I feel like they usually have pretty cool graphics. I've been loving like a lot of early 2000s stuff, especially like Japanese inspired stuff, and I feel like this really fits that vibe. So it is interesting to see Palace have some Japanese inspiration. I don't know why I said Japanese like that, but it's really interesting to see them have the Japanese inspiration in this year's lookbook. Because like I said, that one, the Zen work jacket from earlier is definitely Japanese inspired. So will be interesting to see what goes on for the rest of the year if we see more Japanese inspiration in their pieces. I feel like in fashion in general, there's just always Japanese influence, because Japanese people have created so much cool clothing and just so many iconic types of art that I think it's just kind of expected that it's going to be in every streetwear lookbook at this point almost, but does seem to be some sort of emphasis on that. So keeping an eye on that. Definitely interested to see what other Japanese inspired stuff that they released this year. And as far as colorways go, I didn't even get into that, but it's white, green, yellow, navy, gray, and then I think black, and that is it. So I think the black one's actually my favorite, but I think the white one is really cool too. And I'm kind of basic for t-shirt colors. I feel like I always want to go with black or white just so I can wear it with anything. But yeah, I don't know, thought that artwork was pretty solid. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on here was multiple bags. So I didn't want to just pick one of them, but we'll just go into it here. So as you guys can see, all these bags are corduroy, which I think is awesome. The corduroy looks really nice. I really love this color. I think it's a really beautiful color, and I think it just works great with that corduroy. And I thought all these bags looked pretty nice, and this bag specifically does have some cordura material there on the edges, so it's probably going to be a pretty durable bag. And as far as colorways go, I haven't really looked into these. So we've got the brown. Oh, so it's just brown and black, which makes sense. I feel like that corduroy definitely lends itself better to darker colors. It's got like decently thick cords, but yeah, I thought that one was really cool. So let me know what you guys think about these pieces down below. Let me know if you looked at the rest of the lookbook, if there's any pieces that you feel like you really want or are gonna be saving up some money to get when they drop. But as always, I feel like Palace is gonna have a pretty good spring collection. So I feel like, yeah, Palace has been releasing some really cool stuff over the past couple years, and I do think 2023 will probably be the year that I finally get some Palace into my wardrobe. So I guess we'll see. You never really know, and I'm a pretty picky buyer, but I do think those like the Zen jacket and then the chain script jeans are definitely tempting me pretty hard. So we'll see. But anyways, if you guys have made it to this point in this video, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good one.